Hi, I'm the Malt activist, and normal transmission has resumed. After my two rather controversial videos where I tried to make some very questionable cocktails, I was reminded by one of my close friends, listen buddy, just review some whiskeys. That's what you're good at. Leave the cocktail making to other people, especially like shit ones like the ones you're making. Just review some whiskeys, and that's what you're good for. So I took heed, and the old adage, do what you're good at. So we're back now, reviewing a brand new whiskey actually. This one is from Benriach, and full disclosure, a small 50 ml sample was sent to me by their PR team, and I'm not getting any money for this, and they're not expecting a good review. I have not tasted this whiskey. For all I know, it's horrible, and I'm going to say it like it is and share the YouTube link with them of this review. But if it's good, I'm going to do exactly the same. So I have with me a small sample of the Benriach Smoke Season. So I got sent this sample along with some marketing material and some nice imagery, which you'll see right now. That's a cool shot, isn't it? That's a nice shot. Basically what the literature says is, for a specific period of time during the year, Benriach distills with intensely peated malt and create a peated version of their spirit as almost an homage to how in the olden days, almost all whiskey was peated. So that's like a little sort of nod of their head to that era and that type of distillation and whiskey making. What they're using is Highland peat, which is different from Isla peat on the west coast, or coastal peat. But coastal peat is more maritime and salty and briny. But Isla peat has this earthy, sweet, fruity, almost smoky profile that I've started to really enjoy. I can very distinctly tell the difference between Isla peat and mainland peat, and this is made in mainland peat. So Benriach and I have a bit of a history. My first Benriach I bought was a 20-year-old, which was an absolute disaster. I did not like it at all, and I said, "Ooh, Benriach is a crap distillery. I'm never going to buy whiskey from them." And that was 12 years ago when I was a wee child. But then common sense prevailed, and I went and I said, "No, this is me being silly and depriving myself unnecessarily of good whiskey." So I went and bought a huge load of Benriachs, actually just right behind me. And I changed my mind very, very quickly because Benriach is a fantastic distillery, and I love almost everything that they do, except for that first 20-year-old, which I'm not a huge fan of. Still, I keep taking it out from time to time and trying it, and not for me. So this particular one, the Smoke Season, it says double cask matured, bottled at 52.8% ABV, and double cask matured means it is a mix of first fill bourbon barrels and toasted virgin American oak. I like the sound of both of those words, frankly. So there will have to be something really, really drastically wrong for me not to like this. I think age-wise, I don't know. I'm guessing quite young. Must be a mix of like between 4 to 7 year old spirit in here. So interesting. Funny enough, I had another a CaskStrength peated Benriach at a friend of mine, and it was absolutely amazing. I forget the name, but it was really, really good. I'll find out and I will put it in the description below. So without further ado, yes, brand new bottle. Wow, very intense nose. Very malty, extremely briny for some reason. Not as sweet and smoky as I thought it was going to be, because Benriach has this, citrus baked biscuits sort of immediate flavor profile, but this one doesn't. I get some caramel. Of course, it's just the peat is all there, and the smoke is a sweet smoke. Actually, it's like a sweet smoke. I don't know how else to describe it. It's a sweet smoke. Maybe hints of milk chocolate. I think this one needs to sit and rest. Yeah, now a lot more fruitier characters are coming out. Red berries. But this one is earthy as well. It has a minerality to it that I like. I think hints of limestone. Like I said, the nose is quite intense. Look, I think it's a decent nose. I don't know if I'm wowed by it. I'm having trouble eking out the aromas, but yeah, it works. I mean, it doesn't seem spectacular, but it works. Okay, let's try it. Okay. Yes. Wow. This is very, very good. This is actually quite excellent on the palate. Surprising that I wasn't so impressed by the nose, but this is a very good palate. Lots of white pepper spices, but mixed in with cinnamon as well, and those freshly baked biscuits, sweet dough on the palate, rounded off by like stewed fruits like melons and apples, but both green, like green melon and green apples. Big long finish. You can see I'm still salivating, so nice and like high on the acid, and like a long finish of minerality like limestone, which is back, which I got on the nose, and now I get in the finish. Very tasty, very tasty. Yeah, definitely one of the more mineral forward whiskeys I've had in a while. Especially that limestone really sticks out. I wish it was a tad sweeter. I think I would have liked it for it to be a tad sweeter, just to balance it out with the spices, because the spices are nice and lovely. They're not over the top, but I can feel them pinging in my mouth comfortably, and I like that sensation. And it's that it's that white pepper and white pepper and cinnamon. Wow, good long finish. It's still there. I can still taste it in my mouth. And again, I'm salivating. So, this is a nice juicy whiskey. Oh, boiled sweets. Yeah, boiled sweets, bit of butterscotch. Wow, yeah, so I like it. I don't like the nose as much. I think nose is like a average nose. Like I said, it's not very forward, but the palate, makes up for it. I like it. Yeah. So I think, look, probably if I add some water and I let it sit for a while, it might become a little more sweeter. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it just gets diluted and doesn't work at all. So we'll figure that out. I like I said, I like reviewing my whiskeys neat without any water, because that's how they bottled it, and so I'm happy to taste them like that. I will add some water to it and sit down and see if it changes profile, if it does become sweeter. I doubt it though. Sometimes you have a sixth sense for these kind of things, and I think like if I put water in this whiskey, I'm just gonna dilute all the flavors. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that now, but I will do it later and report back if anything dramatically changes. So yeah, smoke season, double cask matured, bottled at 52.8%, courtesy of the lovely Benriach distillery. Thank you to their PR team for the sample. Again, I am not being paid for this. This could have been a shitty whiskey for all they know, and I would have trashed it, but I'm not gonna do that. Like I said, average nose, above average palate, very nice finish. I think it sells for about 50 plus pounds. So, not very expensive either. So, and it's at 52.8%. So you're kind of getting a lot of liquid for your money, I think. Would I buy a bottle? Yeah. I think if it was easily available for that price, I think I'd buy this bottle. I think this would have been a much nicer whiskey had it been aged for a bit more. I can feel that it's young, but I can also feel that this is really, really good distillate, and I think it would hold up and become even better after a couple more years. So maybe they have plans for something else slightly older than this coming out after a few years. I hope they do, because I think that would really make a difference. But in the meantime, this is what we have. The Benriach Smoke Season, given the seal of approval by the Malt activist. So yes, thank you. Thank you for joining me for this whiskey review. I'm the Malt activist. Until next time, peace.